When you ask the question, you have to unmute yourself and when you answer, please give.
Did someone ask a question?
Bante, thank you for sharing wonderful wisdom and very powerful, especially need those days. Very appreciated.
Thank you.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you. Yes.
It's very interesting in this forum today. We have friends and family from different parts of the world. And special mention, Mr. Joe Crestman, Dumindu's high school teacher, who is here today, and also Dr. Dali Halpet, who was his honorary pediatric cardiologist for 30 years. He's also here today. So I would like to make a special mention. And Joe is participating from the East Coast, Arizona, and Dr. Halpe also from Arizona, USA. Joe, if you like, you can open up and ask question if you like.
I actually could not cover up the whole topic, just opened up.
Yeah.
As one sutta to open up, and yeah, I think it's good to discuss something about the karma, you know. Like we say, many different classifications of karma is there. Maybe you also have some different opinions, have some questions about the karma. Welcome to us. We have also Mr. Ananda Mahinkanda. He can also answer. A very, very good Dhamma practitioner. I'm sure he can also help. Yes.
Mr. Mahinkanda, can you start off? Make a start? Or Dr. Subhasingha? Anything that would for deliberation?
So when we say karma, actually, you don't have to worry too much about karma, like everything is not karma, right? If you like give everything to karma and you just wipe off, okay, karma will do everything for you, it won't. And the other thing is, you also have to make some, I think in Buddhist karmic theory, you are taught to challenge the karma. Even if you have some bad conditions, you know, you can change it. Let's say like people say, I have a bad patch these days, I have some graha apala or something like that. So what do? You go to Bodhi, do some Bodhi puja and you feel like a little bit better, right? And I think some people like, if you think like something is not working good for you, and if you succumb to that, it will never be good for you. So you have to come out of it, all by yourself. You have to do something. And then your bad karma can become good karma. Right? So karma can come to you in so many different ways. You have to actually, you are the sole owner of your own karma, so you have to, you can do something. You can change even the karma, unless and until it's an unpardonable karma, like what we call anantariya papa karma or something. Of course, you might not be able to change a little bit, but most of the other karmas can be changed. You know, you can make heaven or hell out of your life. It's your choice, of course. It's your choice.
Is there anyone who is not believing in karma? Just to open up this.
That's a good question. Do you have any questions? Okay.
You know how to unmute, right? So Anna sir, just let me explain. If you want to unmute yourself, on your computer screen on the left bottom corner you have a microphone. It will be in red. And when you click on that, you can unmute yourself. And when you click again on that, then you can mute yourself. So I think most of you are unmuted already. So if you want to speak, just unmute yourself, and then you can speak so that we can hear.
Or no questions on karma?
Questions.
Anandamali, can you start open up something
Okay,
so that.
Meegahawatte, I think we can hear you well. If you can come a little closer.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, if you can, present something for deliberation, I'm sure audience will participate. We have got.
So that's what I was asking, whether anyone is here.
We have got some excellent youngsters from Maine and also from Toronto that I see in the audience.
Yeah, we can see a lot
So
of
they
youngsters
can.
actually, not youngsters.
Oh yeah, they are.
I think to me it's like, let's put it this way. It's the Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. And every mind action also has that reaction. And it will come back. Only difference is not instantly at that time but later on, because there are so many mind actions are going on every moment. So if the people who do not believe in karma, I think you can put it that way. Any questions?
I remember there was a question from King Milinda. In Milinda Panya there was a good question actually. Somebody, that King Milinda asked Venerable Nagasena, you say like there is something called karma in the past or something like that. Where is that karmic storage? Where is the karma stored? And Venerable Nagasena actually did not ask the question directly. Instead, he asked another question from the king. He said, what is this tree that you see right in front of you? And he said, this is a mango tree. Okay, so what do you think? Like a mango tree has mango fruits, right? Yes, there are a lot of mango fruits. And what do you think? Like when the season is not right, the mango fruits will not come. So where are they hidden? Are they stored in the bark or in the root or in the leaf or where? And so the king said, oh, it's not like that. When the season is okay, when the conditions are right, and when the time is right for fruition, then the mangoes will come. Just like that. So Venerable Nagasena also said exactly that is the same way. When the karma will also, they were like kind of hanging around us, and when the conditions are right, that will come to fruition. And let's say like you have all the negative thoughts all the time. You are like getting angry and you are grumpy, you're not happy, complaining all the time, then what do you think? Conditions are bad, right? Conditions are negative. And then what will happen? you are actually setting a condition for all the negative energy to come into you. So instead, if you make some effort, I'm not going to allow this negativity to come to me, rather I become more positive. And you, let's say like you don't want to get angry, you are very patient. You don't get angry for 1 week, can you try? What will happen? Your brain also will function smoothly, right? Your brain waves will be very nice, and those patterns really be very nice, and you will make it a habit of it if you do it like that. And if you don't get angry, you feel happy that your inner peace will be maintained, then you do not allow the negative karma to create a bad condition for you. Sometimes the karma can come to you trying to sneak into you, but you do not allow, you do not create a condition for that, and then that karma can be bounced back, maybe never to return, maybe never to return. So it's good that we have the opportunity, we have the authority all in ourselves to make the karma, and you are the master, you are the owner, so you can change the world, you can change yourself, you can change the world too. Anandamatya, do you want to add something?
Bhante,
Yeah.
can I suggest something? Can you suggest to the audience a few things that we could adopt to take charge of our karmic, like bad consequences that might happen? Right now, how could we take charge of our thought patterns to stop bad things happening within by ourselves?
Yeah, like when bad things happen, I think it's time for us to, let's say like somebody is doing a good thing, okay? Somebody is doing a good thing. So you see that, and you can react to that good thing in two different ways. One, you see that and you are happy about that. Oh, it's so nice, good thing. So what happened? You are reacting to that in the right manner, positive manner. Same way, like on the other hand, you can also react to that situation in the negative manner, right? Let's say someone is doing some dana, and he spent a lot of money, and you see that, and then you two people can, or one person can react to that in two different ways. One person gives something to a homeless person. Okay, so someone can see that, and without spending a penny, you can do a good karma by sharing that, or by saying sadhu, keeping your palms together and saying sadhu. And oh, you are doing such a wonderful thing, it's really nice that you are giving something. And on the other hand, you can also react to that in a negative way. Oh, why do you spend that money? This guy might take it and maybe he will have some drug or something. And do you know, like, what's he going to do? And he will always be like that. You are encouraging them. And what happens? Are you doing any good karma? No, right? You're doing a bad karma. So maybe like you see how the same thing can be reflected in different ways. So I think in life, if you try to generate positive energy, if you try to see the good things, try to be more optimistic, then our life can be changed. And if you try to be pessimistic, in every good thing in the world, you can find some loophole. You can, find some negativity, and that can become a habit in you. So everything somebody is doing a good thing, you will always see only the wrong thing. And there are like 99% good, but you see only the bad, 1% bad. Then it will become a habit in you. So you will always be grumpy, you will always be negative, you will lose, you will miss that beautiful smile in you. And that will spoil your blood. That will also, change your nervous system. That will change your heartbeat. That will change your beautiful smooth brain waves. So try to be positive and try to see the good thing in something. I think can make so much difference, can bring so much good positivity into your life. So I would say just be humble, just be simple and do good, be compassionate and smile, that way. And also think that life is not permanent, we don't live forever, so we don't want any enemies in our life, and we will forgive all our enemies, and we are not going to hold the grudge, and we will forgive and do good and be good. I think that way maybe our life can be much more meaningful.
One day maybe if they don't ask questions, let's ask one or two questions from the audience.
Oh, that's a good question.
I want to ask a question from Mayuri. Can the karma be realized immediately?
Oh, hi.
Mayuri,
Right.
answer.
Can the karma be realized immediately? Can we see the results instantly?
Sorry, you were breaking up.
Okay, can the karma be realized or can we see the results instantly, immediately? That karma, for example.
No, not all the time.
Sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
I'll give an example. Can you?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in time you will just see good karma and bad karma, it depends. So, not all the time that you will see the results right away. As for examples, I honestly can't even, I can't think.
Can someone give an answer? Can we see the karma results instantly, immediately?
Can we?
Yeah, we can.
We can.
Yeah. So just give one example.
example.
One instance that we can see it instantly.
Like if you see some insect in water, you save the insect and then you see it walking away. That's like helping it to just have life back, or?
Yeah, okay. I mean, that's kind of a good answer also, yeah.
Like what will happen if I say, may you be well and happy and healthy? How do you feel?
Oh yeah, very happy. Yeah.
What happens if you get angry?
What's that?
If you get angry at someone,
Yeah.
you feel it instantly that you are burning yourself. And all the negative emotions will harm you right there. Your blood pressure goes up, your face become red, and so it's just instant karma results. If you get
Okay.
angry, if you not talk bad about a person, it's working in your body.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the problem is most of the people don't see that way, right? Most of the people don't see what is happening to your body when you do bad things to your mind. So,
True. Yeah.
just a simple example. So you call it diktadama vediniya karma, meaning that you can see it instantly, the results. But people don't know how to see that, so that's the problem. So when you learn these things, actually you can see really what is happening to you when you do good things and bad things. Like for example, when you help a person, and you can see how good emotions you generate inside you. And when you see that will help you to go forward with the good things. So I think we need to learn how to see the results instantly also. So that will encourage you to do good things and to avoid bad things. Anger is
Yeah.
when you get angry, you will see, and most of the people don't see, but
Did you see me? I just want to ask you, did you just see me getting angry? Because I really got angry with my daughter over here. And then I big my name, so I was like, did you see me?
we have certain psychic powers, you know.
Well, she is Dumindu's first cousin living in Toronto.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I remember I used to go to the prisons here to teach them meditation. And one time a prisoner said, he shared his story. I taught him Anapanasati, and then one day he was watching the TV, and somebody in the back, he was coughing at him. And he looked back and he was coughing right into his face, and he was so like almost lost his patience. And then he said he immediately remembered the meditation that I said. And then he looked at him again, he did the same thing, and he thought it's not good time, it's high time that he move away from that place. And he moved away and he went to his cell, and he said, he closed his eyes and his whole body was burning with rage, you know, and luckily he did not react. If he reacted, he would have stayed maybe 10 more years in the prison. He was just about to be released from the prison in fact, and he was a very well-built guy, and he could have easily, you know, started a quarrel with the other guy. But luckily he did not do it, and that mindfulness and that metta, that patience saved him. So he said how it happened to people, like when you are angry. Maybe the first 90 seconds when you are angry, you might trigger that most powerful button, and it might be detrimental to your own life and also to the other people, like maybe even family life, you know, like maybe with your co-workers, everyone, it can happen. So we have to be really careful when you are angry. And maybe if you say something, you won't be able to pull it back. So it may be too late. And so it's important that sometimes, I think in the West people say like you should react then and there, but in Buddhism we say you do not do it right there. You rather, you know, keep quiet, take your time and calm down. When you calm down, maybe later on you can talk to the other person. That should be okay. But when you're lost in control, you won't be able to take the right decision, right? When you are in samadhi, for example, you get wisdom. So if you're not in samadhi, when you're restless, you can't take the right decision. That's why it's important to calm down first. And when you are angry, do not say anything, just keep quiet for a while at least. It will be important. And if you react to that situation, you can maybe take things into wrong direction. Yeah, anger. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
Do you get angry? Yeah, I personally try not to get angry. I don't remember when I got angry last time. Yeah, I feel so good when I don't get angry. Sometimes when you are in a situation like, there can be like simple reason like for you to get angry. You can easily, you know, lose your temper, and you should be able to recognize it. You should actually make it a habit. It doesn't happen to you overnight, but when there are situations like that, if you can be patient, and I think that can be so much good to you, you know. And let's say like you can count, okay, this many times I got angry or something. Like maybe very few times you got angry in a day, that will be so good. Maybe you try to maintain the try not to get angry. Try to smile away.
I want to come on this. I think we can probably ask questions right now. Just want to ask: is it good to get angry actually, or good or bad? I mean, I'm sure it's a easy question. Yeah, Mayuri.
Me again?
Yes. Well, everybody has lost their videos.
Oh, no, it's not good.
Not good. But then my question is, then why do we get angry? If it is not good, I'm just asking the question. If it is not good, why do we get angry? What is the reason? Can you think? What's happening?
If you are a parent to these kids, you will get angry.
No, you said that getting angry is not good, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't do any good to you. So then why do we get angry? What happens to us? Why do we get angry?
They do a lot of mischief, right?
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, what is the answer to that?
Why do we get angry?
Other sisters answer, maybe?
Why do we get angry?
Or anyone else want to answer that question? If we know that anger is not good, why do we get angry? It happens to us all the time.
Just
What is the reason?
When we don't get what you need, you get angry.
Yeah, but you know that it's not good for you, right? Even though you don't get what you want, but you still get something, you get experience. And that's a saying that when you don't get what you want, experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. That's just a saying I saw. Anyway, so that's not the point. Okay, so if you don't get something, so you don't get it, but you get angry still, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why? Because you don't get what you want also, and also you get another negative thing also, anger.
Okay.
If you know that anger is not good, why do you get angry? Anyone to answer that question?
Because you allow it?
Huh?
Because you allow it?
Yeah, well, okay, so if you know something is not good for you, you don't. The problem is at the time of getting angry, when you get angry, you don't know that's the reason. Okay? You don't know at that time, at that particular moment, you don't know that you get angry. So there's a technique to develop, technique to train your mind to see your mind changes. Okay, so your mind is happy now, and the next moment it's unhappy, or you're getting angry. The problem is you don't see at that moment that your mind changes. But in Buddhism, there is a technique, there is a training exercise to see that. That is called bhavana. You train your mind to focus on one thing, and as you do that over a time, then you see what is happening to your mind. So when you get angry, you see, oh, I'm getting angry. And at the same time, you know the anger is not good for me. Then the anger just getting lost at that time. So anger is not coming to you because you see two things. One is you know the anger is coming to you now, and also you know the anger is not good for you. When these two things are coming together, the anger cannot stay there. It will get lost. So we need to have two things. One is you need to know the good things and bad things, number one. Number two, you need to see at that time that the bad things are coming, the bad emotions are emerging, or I think what we need to do basically is that train your mind to see that. Train your mind to see what is happening to your mind. That is called prajna. Prajna is seeing your mind changes from this moment to that moment. That is called prajna. I mean, prajna is explained that way also. So the problem is we have not trained our mind. We train ourselves to do so many things, but not to see ourselves. Does it make sense? And if you really learn Buddhism, actually, it's free of charge. You just spend a little time on that one. It gives you amazing things, and because it's free of charge, you don't care. So, the meditation has to be, I think, part of our life, and just training our mind to see what is happening in us. So we see everything in the world, but not what is happening inside us. So the Buddhism is all about training, telling you to see yourself. So if bad things happens to you, then you can avoid that at that time. But it has to happen only now. You call it present moment, or you call it present moment awareness. Sati, Sihiya, mindfulness. Yoniso Manasikare, Sati Sampajanya. Basically all these things are telling you one thing. Just be aware of what is happening inside you at this moment. Right?
I also would like to share something when you get angry. So how, like you get angry, right? It's difficult to avoid getting angry. So what should we do? Maybe, yes, as Mananda Mahatya mentioned, you need to know that you are angry first. If you don't know, then it will be difficult for you to do anything. So when you get angry, maybe you do not say anything, maybe in the first 90 seconds. That's very important. And if you don't say anything, you don't react to that, try not to say anything. Maybe it will save your life and also it will save others' life. Because when you are angry, you don't know what you do, you are out of control, you might do so many bad things, you might say something very hurt to others. And so the other thing is, maybe you can take a good long deep breath, and hold it for a few seconds and then slowly release and relax. Make it a habit. It doesn't happen to you overnight, but if you recognize you are in angry mode, this way you can little bit calm down. And one more thing is, maybe drink some cold water to kind of calm you down. And maybe another one is counting method, like 1 to 10, you count back and forth. That way also, this actually is to buy some time, so that you don't react to that situation. And the other way is to just walk. Walking meditation is very good when you are angry. So you can calm down. And just to share some techniques when you are angry. A lot of people get angry and they don't know how to deal with it. And as you know, it's not good. You might say something bad, and you might react to some situation. You might lose your wonderful friend, maybe, lifetime friend. In a flash of a second, you say something and it will be gone. So it's important that you be patient and you be smart and skillful. This is called kusala. And do not allow that angry moment to overcome you and dominate you. You have to do something about that. And if you make it a habit, you will always get to know when that angry moment comes to you. And if you can recognize it, if you make it a habit, you are not going to react to that situation. That will be so much better, and that will be a wonderful practice, a technique that you can enjoy for the rest of your life. Yeah. So actually that's also a part of meditation. Because you are aware of what you know, what you do. That is called also mindfulness.
Terima Sarnai Swamin Wahansa, bersama dengan Terima Sarnai. My name is Amal Park. I like to share a bit of experience. I recently started meditating as part of my professional practice. And I'm a person who used to get really angry for even the smallest thing. I used to get really, really angry. And I have started to notice that with meditation, I have come to notice that I'm getting angry. I'm aware of the triggers of my anger, which has helped me to walk away from the situation without reacting. And to add to a strategy that Swami Nuhasa just explained, I also tell myself, I command myself with a word. I tell myself the moment that I understand that I'm getting angry, I command myself to and say change. And that command actually helps me to realize that I'm getting angry and to do something about it in a positive manner, not to get angry or walk away, walk out, whatever that is necessary that I have to do at that moment. So I thought I'll share that experience. I also have a question, Swami Mahansa. This is related to karma. So once again, recently, about 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with vision impairment where there's no cure for it. So I have been actually grappling with this situation, trying to understand why this has happened to me. And then another Swami Maharaj in Sri Lanka actually having a Dharma Sakatra explained about karma and how that can actually come in result at any stage when all these conditions arrive. So I truly believe in karma, but I also have heard that you can reverse karma, and you also talked about it a bit. Is there anything that can be useful or that can be helpful to reverse the karma that I'm facing at the moment?
Yes, one thing is when you accept that you are facing the karma from your past, that itself is a good thing, rather than accusing others, like rather than pointing at others. A lot of people try to, find excuses. Oh, this is, I am suffering because of that person, because of this situation. But you are suffering because of yourself, your own action. And so you give kind of, not pointing fingers at others. It's a good thing. And then also comparing the other things, like in the world, like there are a lot of people like they don't see, they don't hear, they can walk. There are so many people who are suffering miserably, and compared to many millions of such people, you are so much better, right? So rather than not repenting on what you don't have, be happy with what you have. I think most of us almost try to compare and worry about things that you don't have. You have so many things in your life, but you always try to compare. I don't have that, I don't have this, but you have so many things. And if you are happy with whatever you have, I think so much the better for you. And just be positive, just be confident, and keep doing good, and maybe helping other people. Maybe you can, like, let's say like you want to help someone who is suffering from hearing problem, maybe that will be a good karma to you in your future, right? So whatever happened, there are some things that we can rectify right now, but it can be helpful for your future. So thinking thus, I think just do the right thing, just be positive, and be happy with whatever you have. Does it
Thank
make
you,
sense?
Swami. Can meditation help reverse certain illnesses, Swami Mahansi?
Definitely yes. Like you already said, like you have the anger itself is an illness, okay?
Yeah.
Anger can make you sick. Yeah, it can make you sick. It can increase your hypertension, your cholesterol, blood sugar, even cancer. All kinds of things can happen to you when you are angry. You don't know what happens to you. You're really killing yourself when you are angry. But while being patient, while practicing metta, loving kindness, you really rectify many mistakes in your life. You are actually healing yourself and recovering yourself from so many bad karma. So I'm telling you, do the right thing. You're doing it in the right way. Keep doing it. There are a lot of people who have actually, like, even the doctor said some people, you are like not going to recover from this cancer, but there have been people who have proven themselves by merely practicing meditation and maybe even chanting, practicing loving kindness, they have recovered amazingly. So later on they have found, the doctors have found, those symptoms are gone, no more anymore. So it's always there. These good practices can bring a smile and also recover from many, many different diseases. Unless and until there are some really powerful karmic diseases, you can actually rectify so many things in your life. You can fix so many things. So I would say many diseases can be overcome by practicing meditation. Thank you for asking that question. Yeah.
Terawan Sarnai.
අවසරයි ස්වාමීන් වහන්සේ. Let me introduce myself. So, my name is Dumindu Meegahawatte, and Mr. Meegahawatte, thank you so much for inviting us for this session. And it was a very good session, Swami Master. And I would also like to share something with regard to karma. Actually, these days, let me share something. These days, I'm reading a very good book on the area of karma. It is there's a lot of readings. I'm sure you must have heard. Some of you may also have heard about the miracle man of Virginia Beach, right? So I don't know how far is Virginia from from there where you stay. So even I would like to go to that place. There's a museum there, right?
Virginia State or Virginia Beach?
Virginia Beach. He was known as the miracle man of Virginia Beach, right? So he was a psychic. He was a great psychic. So you see, he had a lot of power to sort of reason out the situations like karmic. What's the the karmic forces? What certain ailments, the reasons for those ailments in terms of karma, what has happened in his or her previous lives. You see, so he was a person like who was in a sort of a trance where that he goes, and he gets the ability to attack the unconscious, subconscious mind of people, and also through the cosmic energy, he used to get a lot of information. So actually, this book is called Many Mansions.
Oh,
Many
yeah.
Mansions.
I know.
Yeah, you must have heard. So it is about life readings, not of writing. There are about 25,000 life readings is recorded and kept in Virginia still. Any person can go and see those, right? And what I would like to suggest everybody to have a deep understanding about karma. So I'm going to answer. Of course, in Buddhism, this is said well said in everything, but this is a Christian person like this Edgar Cayce.
Yeah,
so he had this ability, he had this power to sort of show the world what karma is. So
I think there is a single translation, Sansara Mandir, Many Mansions.
yeah, that is by Kanimara Sumangala. The
yes.
translation in Sinhalese as well. So this is the best book so far that I have read in terms of karma. So I would like to suggest everybody if you can read. It's a very comprehensive book where you can, get many information. So that's the thing that I would like to share. So thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Can I add something, Savinas, to Samantha's question also?
Yes, please.
So actually, when you talk about karma, in Abhidharma it explains that now what we see most of the times is karma vipaka, meaning that the results of the previous karmas. The problem is we take that result and create new karma. So I mean, I don't know if someone has those who have kind of gone into Abhidharma, that there's something called chitta viti. So when you make a thought, there are 17 thought moments happens instantly. So that is the chitta niyama dhamma. So it's a kind of a law. So the first thoughts that what we get is actually due to our past karmas. Like for example, if we see a enemy or a unfriendly person, so the person is brought to us in front of us because of our past karma. Then what happens to us there, if we are not looking at it in a right way, then we create bad karma. If we look at that object in a good way, then we create good karma. So this is going on all the time. So, but the karmas can be changed, like, it's cause and effect. So if you put the right ingredients, the things can change. Like for example, Samantha's question, maybe by changing certain food habits, but I mean, I'm kind of going into a kind of different area right now. With this explanation. Like for example, in the world today, most of the people are sick because they have non-communicable diseases. You call it CDCs, NCDs, and these things are 90% of these diseases can be reversed and can be preventable by changing your diet. What kind of a diet? A plant-based diet. So if you want to try that, just try 2-3 months and see whether your disease can be cured. There could be an opening there. And these NCDs basically like heart diseases, cancers, diabetes, liver diseases, and things like that, kidney diseases and hypertension. All these things are non-communicable diseases, man-made diseases. These can be prevented and can be cured by just changing the diet. You might want to try that out. Samantha, I'm just saying to you, just try that out for 2 months. If you are a meat eater, just go plant-based. By becoming a vegan and complete plant, especially including dairy also, stop those things if you eat them and see after 2 months whether there's any change. Just a suggestion. Thank you. We call Dr. D. Nonis. Dr. D. Nonis is the one who treated President Clinton for his cancer. And so now there's a trend called lifestyle medicine. By changing your lifestyle, you can cure so many diseases. And you might want to try that actually. Thank you.
Do you like to be happy in life? How many of you like to be happy in life?
We are all.
All of you, right? So what do you do to be happy? Go to a movie, or go to a park, or go to a restaurant. Too many things, right? Maybe party. But they are all actually kind of temporary. Maybe it can aggravate more stress in you. So to find peace and happiness, like forever, maybe you try that meditation, at least 5 minutes. If you have never ever tried, try 5 minutes meditation. And then eventually, slowly, just maybe first week, try 5 minutes. 5 minutes should be available to you, I'm sure. Just practice, close your eyes and listen to your own breath. That will be so much good to you. And maybe, like in our society also, some people have the stigma, they have a phobia, meditation phobia, oh, if I meditate, maybe I have to leave my family, I have to do many things, I don't want to do that, It's not like that. You can be so much better with your family. You can do effectively, much better in your work, office. It's so good and helpful. 5 minutes meditation if you have never tried. That will be really good. And then keep working on that. Maybe first week. I have introduced to my students, I have given actually them a spiritual journal. So I ask them to practice 5 minutes meditation and then record every single day what you feel. And then second week you increase 1 minute. So that will be 6 minutes in the second week. And then third week 7 minutes. And keep recording and keep meditating. Keep listening to your own breath, that eventually will become a very powerful practice in you, and you can really become a much, much better person with so much good positive energy, peace and happiness in you. Good health eventually is all what matters. And you can be a happy person. Do you know the happiest person on earth? He is a Tibetan monk. So what actually they did, those people, they had a, what do you call, cat. And then it was, while he was meditating, his brain waves were monitored. I think his name was Rika. What was the name? Yeah?
Ricard.
Yeah. So he is in France, and he is a really good person. He says like what he does is all the time praying for the well-being and happiness of the others, and that way he becomes Matthew Ricard, the happiest man on earth. Recently, in the University of Southern California, I was also participating research like that. So they had asked me to wear a cap. Actually, they did that like for hours. And then I was meditating on the different subjects that they gave me, and then they were checking my brain pattern. And later on, then I was asked to come to do the same thing inside the MRI machine, and I was still doing the meditation, and they were checking my brain pattern. And there were 60 participants, different practitioners. So I think it's a good thing. Like in southern USA, there is an institute called department called Brain and Creativity Center. And Dr. Ray Khan is the one who was in charge of that project. And I'm very happy to be a part of that, because that would give some validity to meditation practitioners and how brain pattern can be improved and smoothened by meditation. So they want to prove that. I think in the West they want to say everything in facts and figures. So hopefully this kind of practices can be helpful. What I mean to say is, want to suggest you, please keep practicing meditation if you want to be happy. That way you can really find so much better if you have never done so. Just keep doing it and start doing it. And there are so many ways for you to learn. And if you need Ananda Mahathya can help, he can also help. We also have some videos. We also do teach meditation to beginners. And there are so many wonderful, wonderful meditation teachers in the world. They can help you and do it, because our life is short. It is, we are so full of glorious uncertainties. We never know when, where, how our life can be ended. So maybe for the rest of our life, if we keep practicing, we can still find not stressful. Even in this panic moment, we still can maintain our peace and happiness. Thank you. All right. Any other?
අදහස් තියෙනවා නම් සිංහලෙන් වුණත් හොඳයි. සිංහල අපි ලංකාවෙන් ගොඩක් ඉන්නේ දැන්.
සිංහලෙන් වුණත් කමක් නැහැ කියන්නේ. Thank you so much for joining us, and today it was a very pleasing session, and I'm sure you also must have learned something. Hopefully you have picked up something, few tips for your own life, and we all bless you and your family members, friends and relatives to be well, happy and healthy. May you and your loved ones, your children, your family members, your parents, spouse, siblings, elders, and all your teachers, community members, your people in your neighborhood and in your country, in everywhere in the world. May you all be blessed by the Noble Triple Chain. May you be well, happy, healthy and safe wherever you are. May you always be in the right path. May you be associated with wonderful Kalyana Mitra friends, and may you be guided and protected always, and may you be blessed. May you be well, happy and healthy. May all your departed ones share the merit that we have accrued. May they all be well, happy and healthy, safe wherever they are. And may we all be eventually attain that supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of our samsara. With that good intention, let us keep our palms together, close to our heart and say, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavattu antarayo sukhi didhayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada suddhi bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada suddhi bhavantu te Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada suddhi bhavantu te Abhivadana silisa nityam vaddhapachayino chattaro dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukham balam ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti Iminate samijjatu sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. If you want, you can save this chat actually, save the chat. The text can be used.